Welcome to Deep Cyber's weekly cybersecurity briefing. Here's what has unfolded over the past week. This week, one idea runs through nearly every story. Trust. Trust in the tools we rely on. Trust in the partners we connect to. And trust in the systems we assume are protecting us. Across the board, attackers are not breaking down doors. They are walking through the ones we left open. Let's start with a story that makes the trust problem uncomfortably personal. Researchers have uncovered a new strain of malware targeting Apple Mac computers, nicknamed Gaslight, that does not just hide from security tools, it lies to them. The malware embeds fake debugging data and hidden text commands designed to manipulate the AI analysis tools that security analysts use to study threats, causing those tools to produce inaccurate reports about what the malware is actually doing. For businesses investing in AI-powered security, this is a warning shot. The same intelligence you are using to find threats can be turned against you, quietly feeding you false confidence. The takeaway is this: using AI for analysis is a force multiplier, but it should never be your only set of eyes. If Gaslight shows us that attackers are exploiting our trust in tools, the next story shows how quickly they move once they find an opening. Security researchers confirmed that a serious vulnerability in Cisco's Unified Communications Manager, used by businesses worldwide to run phone calls and video conferencing, was actively exploited in under 24 hours of its public disclosure. The flaw combines two weaknesses: a server manipulation technique and a privilege escalation issue that together hand an attacker complete control over an organization's communications infrastructure. The speed here is what should alarm business leaders. The gap between a vulnerability being announced and criminals weaponizing it has collapsed to less than a single working day. If your patch cycle runs on weeks, not hours, you are already behind. Speed is one dimension of this threat. Geography is another. Ransomware criminal groups are now actively shifting their focus toward Europe, making the continent their most targeted region for digital extortion. These gangs are not just going after large organizations directly. They are targeting suppliers and partners first, using smaller, less protected companies as a bridge into bigger ones. Europe's combination of wealthy businesses, strong industrial infrastructure, and strict data protection regulations creates a calculated incentive for attackers. The threat of enormous GDPR fines can pressure victims into paying ransoms quickly, simply to contain the regulatory fallout. If your business operates in Europe or works with European partners, your supplier relationships are now part of your threat surface. That supply chain logic does not stop at corporate borders. It reaches into classrooms too. Rather than attacking schools directly, threat actors are now targeting the educational technology vendors that hundreds or thousands of school districts depend on daily. One successful breach of a single software provider can expose the personal data of millions of students, teachers, and parents in a single stroke. Schools are particularly exposed because they combine limited security budgets with deep, often unexamined trust in their technology vendors. The consequences stretch beyond stolen records. Disrupted systems can halt instruction, delay services, and compromise sensitive student information protected under federal privacy law. The question every school administrator and EdTech vendor should be asking is a simple one. Have we actually verified each other's security, or have we simply assumed it? While attackers exploit the gaps in trust, Microsoft made a quiet move this week to close one on the consumer side. The company has extended its free Extended Security Updates program for Windows 10 users, pushing the end of support date to October 2027. This matters because Windows 10 remains one of the most widely used operating systems on the planet, and machines that fall off the security update schedule become soft targets for criminals almost immediately. Notably, Microsoft did not announce this loudly. It was discovered by technology watchers monitoring support documentation, which raises its own question about how organizations learn of changes that directly affect their risk posture. If you manage a fleet of Windows 10 devices, treat this extension as breathing room, not as a reason to delay planning your path forward. Planning that path forward with AI tools is exactly where our next two stories converge. A major new version of the Model Context Protocol, the technical standard that allows AI systems to connect with external tools and data sources, has been released for enterprise environments with a significant shift. Security safeguards that were previously built into the protocol itself have now been handed off to the individual developers and companies building on top of it. When security is centralized, everyone benefits equally. When it is distributed across thousands of different development teams, the results become unpredictable. As AI systems take on more consequential roles inside businesses, handling sensitive data and executing real actions, a fragmented approach to security is not just inefficient, it is a liability waiting to be found. And it turns out the market is already sensing that liability. A new study from cybersecurity firm Cobalt found that only 9% of organizations now rely solely on automated AI vulnerability scanning to test their security, down from 29% just 1 year ago. That is a 20 percentage point collapse in confidence, one of the sharpest drops in technology trust recorded in recent industry surveys. Security professionals are reporting real-world frustration with AI tools that flag problems that do not exist, while missing genuine threats that a human expert would catch. The industry is recalibrating toward hybrid approaches, pairing automated scanning with skilled human testers who can think creatively and adapt in ways AI currently cannot. The lesson for business leaders is not that AI is useless in security. It is that AI without human judgment is not a defense strategy. It is a false sense of one. This week's stories, taken together, tell a single coherent story. Attackers have learned to move faster than our processes, exploit the relationships we trust most, and now bend the very tools we built to stop them. The answer is not to abandon technology. It is to stop treating any single layer of it as sufficient. Every story this week points to the same place. The organizations that stay ahead are the ones that combine smart tools with sharp human judgment, verify the trust they extend to partners and vendors, and move at the speed the threat demands. Before you go, if this briefing gave you useful insight this week, follow Deep Cyber wherever you're listening. A rating or comment helps the right people discover the show. That's all for this week. Thanks for listening, stay safe, and we'll be back next week with more cybersecurity updates.